Hey everybody, welcome back to Leal Legacy's Radnarok and our retrospective for the Three Caballeros, where we are going to go and do a deep dive into everything you didn't know you wanted to know about the 7th Disney animated feature. Now, if you haven't yet, you can, right after you listen to this, or pause this and before you listen to this, go and check out our watch-along podcast for the Three Caballeros. Maybe you want to watch it again. Sorry. I used to call these podcasts Radnarok because I would do things like clear my throat and stuff, but hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. I might have to clear my throat. It's just going to be that. All right. Don't take it personally. Don't take it for my lack of enthusiasm or interest or care to the quality of this podcast, because I care about all of those things. But you know what? It just happens sometimes, okay? Deal with it. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. Three Caballeros. We have already done a watch-along podcast, so go check that out. Maybe you don't want to watch Three Caballeros while I talk in your head. I don't know why you wouldn't want to do that, but if you are not interested in the watch-along podcast, this is still highly interesting and entertaining, if I do say so myself, giving you everything there is to know about that particular film. So yeah, why don't we dive right into it, huh? You know what? Hold on. Let's take a break. Let's step back. How are you guys doing? Good? Yeah? I'm going to say this. I liked the Three Caballeros a lot. A lot. And though it is very similar to Saludos Amigos, with the exception of our new friend making his debut in this film, Panchito Pistoles, which he is one of my favorite Disney characters. Where was I going with that? I don't know. I liked it. Is basically what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say is I dig it. Okay? The Three Caballeros. It's a 1944 American live-action animated musical package film produced by Walt Disney and released by RKO Radio Pictures. The film premiered in Mexico City on December 21st, 1944. It was released in the United States on February 3rd, 1945. And in the United Kingdom, that same March. So March 1945. The 7th Disney animated feature film, I think I mentioned that. The film marking the 10th anniversary of Donald Duck. So the Three Caballeros, happy 10th. You know what? It's 10th anniversary of Donald Duck. I almost said Donnie Duck. What? Wouldn't that just make it Donald Duck's 10th birthday? Right? So the film it was for Donald Duck's 10th birthday. That makes it so much more special in my mind for some reason. Well, I don't know, not for some reason. It's really neat. It's really neat, okay? Let's see. The movie plots an adventure through parts of Latin America, combining live action and animation. This is the second of 6 package films, released by Walt Disney Productions in the 1940s, following Saludos Amigos in 1942. It was also the first feature-length film to incorporate traditional animation with live-action actors. Which one? Because I felt like Saludos Amigos... No, did it? I don't know. Did Saludos Amigos do that? I'm having a hard... Saludos Amigos totally had to do that. But maybe it didn't. And the Three Caballeros... Don't say Caballeros. It's not Caballeros. It's Caballeros. That double L in Spanish is ya. Yeah. The Three Caballeros. You know what? It was the first full or the first feature-length film to incorporate traditional animation and live-action actors. Maybe. I felt like they may have done that in Saludos Amigos too, but I might be very wrong about that. So one of the two was the first to do it. Maybe this one. Maybe Three Caballeros. Anyhow, let's move on. The film is plotted as a series of self-contained segments strung together by the device of Donald Duck. Happy 10th birthday, Donald. Oh, look at this. It's strung together by the device of Donald Duck opening birthday gifts from his Latin American friends. Now, that makes so much more sense why Donald's opening gifts for his birthday. Because the Three Caballeros marks the 10th anniversary of Donald Duck, i.e., Donald Duck's 10th birthday. What do you know? What do you know? That had to be... that. There's some thought put behind that, right? It has to be. That can't all be coincidence. No way. No way. No way could it be just coincidence. Let's see. Several Latin American stars of the period appear, including singers. Ooh, here we go. Aurora Miranda, sister of Carmen Miranda, and Dora Luz, as well as singer and dancer Carmen, another Carmen, Molina. I think I nailed each of those names. Just saying. Fabulous. So Aurora, oh wow, her name is so much longer when you hover on her name and on the internet. So Aurora Miranda de Cunha Richard, I can't say it, okay? It's Aurora Miranda da, so D-A, and then C-U-N-H-A, next name, R-I-C-H-A-I-D. So you tell me how to pronounce that. Should I do the other ones too? I'm just going to butcher all of them. Okay, Carmen Miranda. Her name is just Carmen Miranda. Okay, she didn't have three other names thrown in there. And then Dora Luz, same thing. Or is it Luz? I went to school with a family by the name of Luz, L-U-Z, but I've also heard it pronounced Luz. So I don't know. I'm going to say Luz because I liked the Luzes. Anyway, the film was produced as part of the studio's goodwill message for Latin America. The film stars Donald Duck, who in the course of the film is joined by his old friend Jose Carioca from Saludos Amigos. That's where we got to meet that cigar smoking parrot. I like him. The cigar smoking parrot from Saludos Amigos, who represents Brazil and later becomes friends with a pistol-packing rooster named Panchito Pistoles, who represents Mexico. Now, Panchito is one of my favorite characters. I just think he's so fun. And he's pistol-packing, so that kind of makes him tough, right? I think so. A couple of characters that I'm not sure we would really see today introduced, you know? I don't think in this day and age kids will be, but then again, at the same time, this was for more than just kids. So maybe they added the cigar to Jose for, to kind of mature him a little bit, I wonder. And then I don't know if you're ever going to see an animated figure whose one of their defining characteristics is packing heat. You know what I mean? I don't think we're going to get a cartoon character whose shtick is they got guns. That doesn't feel like it would land very well today. But you know what? I'm glad they were made back then, because otherwise I fear that they would not exist in the forms that they're in. Now, Jose Carioca's cool, but Panchito Pistoles, and you know what? It's probably because I like his name so much. Panchito. Come on. Panchito Pistoles. Anyway, recently we took a family trip to Disney World, and I believe it was in Magic Kingdom. We got to see Jose and Panchito on a float with Goofy and Clarabelle Cow and Max Goof. So the combination was a little weird because you would imagine that on that cavalcade you would see Donald Duck if the other two Caballeros were on it, but no, Donald was nowhere to be seen. That dynamic duo of Jose and Panchito were hanging out with the Goofs. The Goofs. All right. Let's see the plot. The film celebrating Donald Duck's 10th anniversary, rad, consists of 7 segments, each connected by a common theme. In the film, it is Donald Duck's birthday. You know, I knew it was Donald Duck's birthday. When you watch the movie, they make it clear that it's Donald's birthday. I didn't know upon my last viewing that it was genuinely Donald Duck's 10th birthday. Like that's so well thought out. Bravo. I didn't really pay attention to this either, I don't think, but his birthday apparently falls on Friday the 13th, which, you know, doesn't hold a lot of significance, I don't think, in the Disney realm, but like in popular culture, Friday the 13th. Just a fun little tidbit, but yeah, happy 10th birthday, Donald. That's so interesting to me. I don't know if that matters as much to you, but to me, I just find that spectacular. Let's see. Okay. It's Donald Duck's birthday, and he receives 3 presents from friends in Latin America. The first present is a film projector, which shows him a documentary about birds called Aves Raras. Avesraras. Aves Raras. I don't know. Maybe it's rare birds. Is that what that translation is? The first segment of the documentary tells the story of Pablo, a penguin seeking the warm weather of equatorial South America. Equatorial. I'm so shocked I was able to get that word out. I guess that's South America on the equator, right? The next segment details some of the odd birds of Latin America. During this part of the documentary, he learns about the Aracuan bird. Now, okay, well let's go. Okay, he learns about the Aracuan bird, who received his name because of his eccentric song. So, that eccentric song in my youth embedded itself in my mind. When I was a kid, before streaming, before like Disney was part of, you know, a basic cable package, Disney Channel used to be like a premium channel, like the HBOs and the Showtimes and the Cinemaxes of the world. Depending on your age, you may have no recollection of a time where there were premium channels, but you would have your, you know, there was like basic TV, then there was cable TV. Then on top of that, you could add, you know, just a smorgasbord of other channels that were premium channels. Like I said, HBO, blah, 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 blah. Disney Channel was one of those. And every so often, they would do like, here's a free week of Disney Channel. I would say free weekend, but I always felt like it was longer than just the weekend. But then at that age, I was probably like, I really recall this happening around, I don't know, when I was as far back as I can remember, but let's just give like a reasonable age of maybe 7, 8, around there. And I have a distinct memory of being at my grandparents' house in San Diego, watching Disney Channel downstairs. And it wasn't the full movie of Three Caballeros, but it was a piece of it. Or maybe it was the full movie. I don't really remember it being the full feature, but I do so vividly remember the Akuan bird. Arcuan bird? I still can't say that. Aracuan. Aracuan. Aracuan bird. And he sang this song that went like, buddy up, buddy up, yep, 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 yep. That's probably not very good compared to the actual Aracuan bird, but that cemented in my mind as something that was just so funny to me. Like, for the longest time, I would walk around my grandparents' house going, buddy up, buddy up, buddy up, 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 buddy up, buddy up, and couldn't explain like where it came from. Like, I feel like my uncle at one point was like, what are you saying? And I was like, it's this thing from Disney. Like, it's this bird, Donald Duck. He was making Donald Duck mad. It's like everything makes Donald Duck mad. But I guess it wasn't really until doing these podcasts where I put together, oh my gosh, that's the bird that's been haunting my dreams in a good way, in a pleasant way. I love the Aracuan bird, but I had no idea what he's called. I couldn't place where I had seen him from because to me, it was just a random Disney short. So here we are, mystery solved. Like I feel so much peace being able to call him by name, the Aracuan bird, and tell you exactly where he's from, the Three Caballeros. So if you haven't seen the Three Caballeros, I don't know what you're waiting for. Maybe you're waiting for, after this to go and check it out. Or you just don't care. But at least go to YouTube or something and look up Aracuan bird and his song. Let's look more about the Aracuan bird. Maybe I'll do a whole podcast about the Aracuan bird. You know what? I will. Maybe not all about him, but look. So a little snippet of the Aracuan bird is this list of Donald Duck Universe characters focus on Disney cartoons and comic characters who typically appear with Donald Duck and Scrooge McDuck, but are not related to them. For relatives of Donald and Scrooge, see Duck Family Disney or Clan McDuck. So that gave us no insight into the Aracuan bird in that snippet, other than he's part of the Donald Duck character universe, the Donald Duck universe of characters, which, you know what, I really feel like may be a really cool podcast to do. Because you got, like they said, they got Donald Duck, Scrooge McDuck, Huey, Dewey, Louie, Daisy, Launchpad, Gizmo Duck. I'm sure Darkwing Duck falls in, any of the ducks. So that, you know what, jot that down. There will be a podcast where we do a retrospective of the Donald Duck universe of characters. Don't, hold your breath on when it's going to come out, but it'll happen. I'm oddly excited. And you could do the same thing about Mickey. Oh my goodness. Okay. Anyway, back on track. Where did we leave off? We left off on the Aracuan bird's song. Okay. So the documentary then shifts to the perspective of a man narrating a story from his childhood where he discovers and befriends a donkey with the wings of a condor in Uruguay. That was fun. I remember that short. I feel like that was another short that I may have seen as a standalone in my youth. They tended to do that, I think, in like the 80s and 90s, go back to these package films and chop them up to fill, I don't know, cartoon time slots, I guess. I also could be making that up, but I don't think I am. I think that genuinely happened. The next present is given to Donald by Jose. It's a book, and the book tells of Bahia. Ah, Bahia. Yeah, he does that over and over again. Old Jose loves Bahia. And apparently Bahia is spelled Bahia, but in the film, they spell it Bai with one of those like slanty accent kind of dots over the A or the I. A. So Bai, fancy I, A. Bahia. Oh, Bahia. That's a really good Jose karaoke right there. Oh, Bahia. Donald. I'm really good at that. You know why I'm good at that? Because I grew up in a Portuguese family and they speak Portuguese in Brazil. So I got the Portuguese accent down. Okay. Bahia, which is one of Brazil's 26 states. Jose shrinks Donald and himself both down to a size so that they can enter the book. That's not how that is typed. That's just how my brain read it. The way it really says it is Jose shrinks them both down so that they can enter the book. I don't know whose sentence was worse, mine or theirs, but either way, there was a bad sentence for you. Basically, Jose has magic powers and he's able to shrink he and Donald down to a size so they can jump inside the book. Which, you know, sure, you can be small enough to jump into a book, but at the same time, how would that make you be able to enter the realm of the text? You know what I mean? I'm dissecting this too far. Anyhow, Donald and Jose meet up with several of the locals who dance a lively samba. There's a lot of dancing in this portion of the movie. I remember that. And Donald ends up pining for one girl, Yaya. Man, Donald did not pine for one girl. Donald wanted all the Brazilian ladies, all right? Yaya, the cookie seller, but fails to... hold on. Uno momento. Donald ends up pining for one girl, Yaya, the cookie seller, but fails and gets jealous of another man. After the journey, Donald and Jose leave the book. Riveting, right? It's about as exciting as that made it sound, too. It's just they jump in the book, they do some dancing. Donald's like, oh, wow, you're really pretty. But then she's into this other guy, and they're like, you know what, forget this, and they leave the book. Oh, Bahia. And, okay, before we move any further with the plot here, I really had to go back and find the song for the Araquan. I've been saying it wrong. Have I been saying the Araquan? I don't know what I've been saying, but it's Araquan bird. Araquan. And listen to this. This is what was stuck in my head forever.
Now, he's called the Araquan.
Araquan. Ready?
Which sounds
All right. Yeah, some of them are. And you can learn more about the craftsman birds in the Three Caballeros. But that was Araquan. That was the song that I would just like run around my grandparents' house singing. I'm sorry. I had to subject you to that because I went on a whole tangent about that song. But Araquan. I'm not going to remember that. Araquan. Anyway, let's move on. So, upon returning, Donald realizes that he is too small to open his third present. Jose shows Donald how to use black magic. Yeah, I bet you didn't realize how spooky the Three Caballeros is. Jose is a practitioner of black magic. So he shows Donald some black magic on on how to return himself to the proper size. After opening the present, he meets Panchito, a native of Mexico. Panchito Pistoles. Oh, man. What a name. You know what? Should I get another dog, which I know I will one day? I wanted to name him Fenrir, but you know what? I think I'm going to name him Panchito. But I almost feel like he has to be a Chihuahua. Could you see it? Oh, no. Panchito totally works as a name for a pit bull. Panchito the pit bull? Yeah, done. Sold. Anyhow, the trio take the name the Three Caballeros. It's pretty deep into the film where the Three Caballeros actually comes into play. And then they have a short celebration, I guess, in association with their new moniker. It's like, hey, let's call ourselves the Three Caballeros. And I'm like, yeah, woo. And they have a short celebration over that, which that's something to celebrate, I would say. Panchito then presents Donald's next present, a piñata. Panchito tells Donald of the tradition behind the piñata. Jose and Panchito then blindfold Donald and have him attempt to break open the piñata, eventually revealing many surprises. The celebration draws to a close when Donald is fired away by firecrackers in the shape of a ferocious toy bull, with which the firecrackers are lit by Jose's cigar. So that cigar comes into use. There's firecrackers that need lighting. You look over at Jose. Yeah, I'm totally blanking and spacing on this whole portion with the bull. So I definitely want to go back and rewatch the Three Caballeros with our watch along commentary podcast. It'll be my own voice in my head with the other my own voice in my head talking about the Three Caballeros. Man, that's super meta. That's how you open a wormhole right there. Yeah, it is odd to me that the film is called The Three Caballeros, yet it's super, it feels like it's pretty deep within the film itself before there are three of them. Like Panchito, though, is a figurehead of the Three Caballeros. I'm not sure he could necessarily be called a strong focal point within the film itself. So more Panchito is what I say. Throughout the film, the Araquan bird appears at random moments. He usually taunts everyone with his madcap antics, sometimes stealing Jose's cigar and trying to make Jose jealous. His most famous gag is when he reroutes a train that Donald and Jose are riding on by drawing new tracks, causing the train to disassemble. Super classic cartoony right there. But there's my point. This is Jose and the Araquan. There's no Panchito. There's no Panchito. You know why there's no Panchito? Because packing pistoles, Panchito probably would have just shot down the Araquan and problem solved. Oh, anyhow, the film itself is broken down into 7 segments. First being The Cold-Blooded Penguin. This segment is narrated by Sterling Holloway, reproducing images of the penguins of the Antarctic, reproducing images of the penguins in Antarctic. What? That sentence, whatever. It's penguins in the Antarctic. That's what we're looking at. In this segment, a penguin named Pablo is so fed up with the freezing conditions of the South Pole that he decides to leave his home for warmer climates. Navigating the long coast of Chile, passing by Lima, the capital of Peru, and Quito, the capital of Ecuador, before landing on the Galapagos Islands. My grandfather spent many a months, I believe, in the Galapagos, or his stories made it seem that way. Maybe it was just a couple weeks. He was a commercial fisherman, so they would head down that way to catch tuna. And yeah, told me a lot of stories of the Galapagos Islands. The second segment features our fun little donkey Pegasus in the Flying Gauchito. This segment, with an adult narration provided by Fred Shields, involves the adventures of a little boy from Uruguay, and a winged donkey who goes by the name of Burrito, which is Spanish for little donkey. Burrito. Wait a minute. Burrito. Hold on. Wow. I didn't realize that. Huh. Burrito. Spelled the same way. Spelled the exact same way. Burrito. Burrito. So when you get a burrito, you're actually getting something that's called a little donkey. That is something I've never known. But, all the evidence is there. Burro is a donkey in Spanish, and burrito only stands to reason that it's a small donkey. But going to taco shops my whole life, I've never put those two together. So moving forward, anytime you get a California burrito, you're getting a California little donkey. Yeah. And I use the California burrito as my example because I grew up in San Diego, home of the California burrito. Yeah, that's right. San Diego invented the California burrito. It's carne asada, guacamole, cheese, French fries, and depending on where you are, some sort of like maybe pico, some sort of salsa, maybe. But at Nico's in Ocean Beach, San Diego, California, I always get a California, hold the salsa. And it's just the greatest burrito. It's the greatest little donkey of all time. That's what it is. It's my favorite little donkey. Our third segment is Bahia. Oh, Bahia. Jose's favorite state in Brazil. This segment involves a pop-up book trip through the Brazilian state of Bahia, as Donald and Jose meet up with some of the locals who dance a samba, and Donald pining over one of the women portrayed by singer Aurora Miranda. She's very pretty, so I get it, Donald. I get it, buddy. Yeah, we talked about that earlier. It's a lot of dancing, and sing-songiness. It kind of, I would cut Bahia down and add more Panchito, honestly. You know what I mean? No offense to Aurora Miranda. Although, I mean, you could have just, there was more than just Aurora. Just make Aurora the focal point of Bahia, to forget the other dancing, and wrap it up with a bow so we can get a little more Panchito, right? Okay. Anyhow, the fourth segment is Las Posadas. This is the story of a group of Mexican children who celebrate Christmas by reenacting the journey of Mary, the mother of Jesus, and Saint Joseph searching for room at the end. Classic Christmas story. You know what I mean? Or the story of Christmas itself. Growing up Catholic, I've heard it so many times, seen so many plays and reenactments, and know it inside and out. Posada meant inn or shelter, and their parents told them no posada at each house until they came to one where they were offered shelter in a stable. Now, I very much remember this particular reenactment as a child. San Diego is next door neighbors to Mexico. So there's a lot of Mexican traditions that carry over from Mexico into San Diego. And really, San Diego was part of Mexico before, it was so viciously turned into the U.S. Anyway, not a laughing matter, but, I'm trying to keep things light. But I remember at some point the no posada part. Like, it just sticks out in my head. I'm not sure if I was involved in like a Christmas play that involved no posada, or if I watched one, or on like another grade level growing up doing I don't know. But no posada was this theme around doing this at Christmas is familiar, very familiar to me. Let's see. So they find shelter in a stable, and this leads to festivities, including the breaking of a piñata, which in turn leads Donald Duck trying to break his own piñata as well. So this is where all the fun begins, or kicks off, because we have Panchito. And the next segment is Mexico, Patzcuaro, Veracruz, and Acapulco. That's where my parents honeymooned. Acapulco. I think honeymooned. I don't know. I just remember growing up, there was like a coconut shell that was like, super touristy souvenir that said Acapulco on it. My mom would always tell me, I got that in Acapulco. And I never really knew what she meant. I had no idea where Acapulco was at that age. I just knew it was a fun word to say. So I would always talk about it. Acapulco. Lots of points from my youth in this. We got Galapagos, Acapulco, no posada. Interesting. Anyhow, Panchito gives Donald and Jose a tour of Mexico City and the country of Mexico on a flying sarape, or magic carpet. Several Mexican dances and songs are learned here. A key point to what happens later is that Donald is pining for some more ladies again. Yeah, see, maybe I was confused. It was Donald got, lady hungry in Mexico. So he was pining over Aurora Miranda specifically in Bahia, and it wasn't until we got to Mexico where he just went lady crazy. Let's see. Donald tries to hound down every single one he sees and gain return affections, but once more he fails. Every time it ends up kissing Jose while blindfolded. Oh my. Well, I wonder how Daisy felt about all of this. When did Daisy come up? Was Daisy around for Donald's 10th birthday? Lastly, which I know I said 7, but I'm counting 6 here. I'm wondering if like the finale was counted as the 7th, but so let's see. You Belong to My Heart and Donald's Surreal Revieri? Surreal Revieri? Reverie? Am I saying that right? Anyway, but it looks like they compounded the last 2 segments into one. That's why we got the You Belong in My Heart and Donald's Surreal Reverie. I don't know how to say that. I'm sorry. Dyslexic. You know this about me, though. Let's see. The skies of Mexico City result in Donald's falling in love with the singer Dora Luz, or Luz. I don't know. I grew up with a family named the Luzes, L-U-Z, but I've also heard the name pronounced Luz, so not sure. But Dora Luz or Dora Luz. Man, Donald's falling in love left and right. Dora and Aurora? Let's see. The lyrics in the song itself play parts in the scenarios as to what is happening as well. Then several imagined kisses lead to Donald going into the love is a drug scene. Whoa. Donald consistently envisions sugar rush colors, flowers, and Panchito and Jose popping in at the worst moments, making chaos. Sounds like a terrible fever dream. You know what? I bet Donald, he drank the water in Mexico. You do not drink the water in Mexico, man. Montezuma's Revenge. Haven't you heard all this stuff? Come on. The scene changes after Donald manages to dance with Carmen Carmen Molina. Whew. I don't know why that was so hard to get out, but there it is. Carmen Molina from the state of Osaka. Oaxaca. I'm thinking that is how you say it, but I don't speak Spanish well. From the Isthmus of Tehuantepec. Man, butchered it miserably. Yeah. Anyhow. Okay, look, it's spelled ISTHMUS, the next word of, and then the next word TEHUANTEPEC. Okay, you figure it out. Okay, I did my best. The two dance and sing the song La Zangoon. I'm losing it. The two dance and sing the song La Zandunga. La Zandunga. LA, new word, ZANDUNGA. I don't know. Carmen begins by singing the song with Donald quacking out the rest of the chorus with her. The drunkenness slows down for a second after Donald multiplied himself while dancing. That's the drunkenness slows after he multiplies himself? That just sounds like things are speeding up. Oh, here we go. But speeds up again when Carmen reappears dressed in a charros outfit and uses a horsewhip as a conductor's baton to make cacti? Cacti. Oh man, I thought it was going to be much more complicated. She makes cacti appear in many different forms while dancing to Jesuita and Chihuahua. Jesusta and Chihuahua? I don't know, man. JESUSITA, new word, EN, new word, CHIHUAHUA. So that's definitely Chihuahua. It's a Mexican polka, apparently. Man, I am butchering these words, and I apologize to the Mexican people. A trademark song of the Mexican Revolution. Hey, now. This scene is notable for providing the masterful combination of live action and cartoon animation, as well as animation among the cacti. That's a lot. I get it. I get the surreal part here. Let's see. The scene is interrupted when Panchito and Jose suddenly spice things up for the finale of the movie. Things aren't spicy yet. They get even spicier. Well, it is Mexico. Donald ends up battling the same toy bull with wheels on its legs the day before from earlier. That's a weird sentence, but basically, I guess that bull that came out of the firecrackers comes back. It's on wheels, and Donald needs to fight it again. I'm remembering that part. Let's see. The catch is that it is now loaded with fireworks and other explosives, following with a fireworks finale with the words "the end" exploding from the fireworks first in Spanish, fin, in the colors of the Mexican flag, and then second in Portuguese, fim, in the colors of the flag of Brazil, and finally in English in the colors of the flag of the United States, red, white, and blue. And that's the end of the Three Caballeros. So there you have it. That is the Three Caballeros. They have indeed lived on beyond their feature film. Agustin Lara's song "You Belong to My Heart" was featured in a Disney short called Pluto's Blue Note from 1947. Maybe do a watch along to that if it's available on the Disney Plus. It was then later recorded by Bing Crosby. I always call him Bring Crosby. I take the R from his last name and put it in the first name, but that's not his name. It's Bing Crosby. Also, Ari Barroso's song Bahia and the title song became popular hit tunes in the 1940s. The complete Bahia sequence was cut from the 1977 theatrical reissue of the film, probably because it was just too long and too much just watching people dance and nothing really developing from it except, you got to see Jose's moves. Let's see. Some clips from this film were used in the Welcome to Rio portion of the Mickey Mouse Disco music video. Have not seen that, but definitely going to look it up. Mickey Mouse Disco music video. Don Rosa wrote and drew 2 comic book sequels. The Three Caballeros Ride Again in 2000 and The Magnificent Seven -4 Caballeros in 2005. That's awesome. In September 2006, Panchito. In September 2006, Panchito and Jose returned to Walt Disney World, where they appeared for meet and greets. They were only found outside the Mexico Pavilion in World's Showcase at Epcot. Donald would also appear with them. Now, which is funny because our family trip, we were at Magic Kingdom where we saw Jose and Panchito on a cavalcade, which is basically a motorized float featuring characters to do not meet and greets, but appearances, basically motorized appearances. So where they are normally only in Epcot, we got to see them in Magic Kingdom. Let's see. Then the 2011 Mickey's Soundsational Parade at Disneyland features all 3 Caballeros and the Arcuan bird in one parade unit. I've never seen the Arcuan bird at any of the parks, and I'm really excited to keep my eyes peeled. Araquan. I hope I'm saying that right. I'm so bad at it. But I hope to see the Araquan bird in person at any of the Disney parks one day. But it looks as though it was specifically Disneyland, but maybe he'll make his way out to Magic Kingdom or any other portions of the Disney World. Why wouldn't they have him at Epcot in the Mexico Pavilion with the others? I would love to see the Araquan in person, and I hope to. All right, I'm going way, way too far in that deep rabbit hole. Yeah, cool. Clarence Nash, Donald Duck, Jose Oliveira as Jose Carioca, Joaquin Garay, Panchito Pistoles, Pinto Colvig. Pinto Colvin was the Araquan bird. That is fascinating. Pinto Colvig, is there anything you can't do? Of course not. Man, I never would have guessed that was Pinto Colvig. We're familiar with Pinto Colvig. He has voiced countless characters, most notably Goofy and some Pluto, but it's hard to voice Pluto. You know what I mean? It's a lot of barking and growling and stuff like that. Let's see. Aurora Miranda was Yaya. Dora Luz herself. Carmen Molina was Carmen Molina. Sterling Holloway, narrator for Pablo the Cold-Blooded Penguin. Frank Graham was a narrator. Fred Shields, a narrator for The Flying Gauchito. Francisco Frank Mayorga is the Mexican guitarist. And then a bunch of other folks who just play themselves. So fun stuff. Fun stuff. Let's see. Theatrically, the film premiered in Mexico City on December 21st, 1944. It was released in the United States on February 3rd, 1945, and in the United Kingdom in March. The Three Caballeros was re-released to theaters on April 15th, 1977. For this reissue, the film was edited significantly and re-released in featurette form at 41 minutes to accompany a reissue of Never a Dull Moment, which I don't know why it wouldn't just pair with the three or the Saludos Amigos. For the film's television premiere, The Three Caballeros aired as the 9th episode of the first season of ABC's Disneyland television series. Interesting. Edited, shortened, and retitled A Present for Donald for this December 22nd, 1954 broadcast and subsequent reruns. Donald receives gifts from his friends for Christmas instead of his birthday, like in the original. They also have a cameo in DuckTales from 2017. Oh, I want to look that up. I want to look up that cameo from Panchito and Jose. See what episode that is. I mean, could we look up what episode that was? I mean, I'm sure we can. So it looks like the episode was called The Town Where Everyone Was Nice. The episode aired November 10th, 2018. Hold on. That conflicts with the 2017 that we read earlier. The Town Where... or was the series from... Yeah, the series was from the 2017 DuckTales, and the episode was in 2018. Interesting. I didn't want to say introducing. Interesting. Interesting is what I was getting at. Cool. Well, I definitely want to look up that episode because, you know, more Panchito, the better. Yeah. Cool. The Town Where Everyone Was Nice. What a name. What a name. What a name. Am I losing steam? The Three Caballeros received mixed reviews upon its original release. Most critics were relatively perplexed by the technological razzle-dazzle of the film, thinking that in contrast to the previous feature films up to this time, it displayed more flash than substance, more technique than artistry, which I will agree with. There's not a lot of meat on these bones, but the bones are strong for the technological advancements in animation. Bosley Crowther, for one, wrote in the New York Times, Disney and his playmates have let their technical talents run wild, which I don't feel like is a negative review per se, but, you know, accurate for sure. Other reviewers were taken aback by the sexual dynamics of the film, particularly the idea of Donald Duck lusting towards flesh and blood women. Now, ducks do favor, maybe not favor, but they are interested in flesh and blood human ladies. Just watch Howard the Duck. For those of you who know, you know. And if you don't know, really, though, look up that movie. It's different. Let's see. As Wolcott Gibbs put it in a negative review of the film for The New Yorker. Ooh, 2 reviews in The New Yorker. Such a concept is one of those things that might be disconcertant, less squeamish authorities than the Hayes office. I don't understand that at all. It might even be said that a sequence involving the duck, the young lady, and a long alley of animated cactus plants would probably be considered suggestive in a less incoherent or in a less innocent medium. I don't know. Okay. I butchered all of that, but I don't care, because from what I'm gathering from that review, it's just somebody being annoying. So, hey, what's up? What's her name? Wilcott? You're annoying, Wilcott. I prefer Bosley Crowther's review in the same publication. Maybe not the same issue, but New York Times. Oh, wait, no, the New Yorker. Yeah, see? Avoid the New Yorker. It's got a real stuffy logo with that guy in the top hat and the monocle. Yeah, forget the New Yorker. Of course you gave it a bad review, New Yorker. The film currently holds an 88% approval rating on Rotten Tomatoes based on 16 views. Let's get that up. However, with an average score of an average score of 6.8 out of 10, the site's consensus reads, one of Disney's more abstract creations. The Three Caballeros is a dazzling, colorful picture that shows the company at an artistic acme. I like that review. Yeah, again, not a lot of story substance, but that wasn't what this was ever supposed to be. It was supposed to be visually exciting and groundbreaking and just super energetic. And that's what we got. Let's see. Box office. The film returned rentals to RKO by 1951 of $3,355,000, with $1,595,000 being generated in the U.S. and Canadian box offices. The film generated in excess of $700,000 in Mexico alone. Wow. Wowza. Pretty cool. I really didn't know all of that information. And that's why we do this. We do retrospectives to learn more about these Disney animated features from the past. Other media, let's see. One of the scenes of the former Mickey Mouse Revue features Donald, Jose, and Panchito in the show performing the movie's theme song in the queue for Mickey's PhilharMagic. That's a cool experience. There is a poster for Festival de los Mariachis, which also features the 3 protagonists. They also appear in some of Disney's themed resorts, such as Disney's Coronado Springs Resort, where one can find topiaries of the trio. Those bushes, hedges cut like characters, topiaries. And Disney's All-Star Music Resort, where a fountain depicting the trio is the centerpiece of the guitar-shaped Calypso Pool. That sounds fancy. Oh, look at this. Here, this one's super relevant, especially to me. The Araquan bird made an appearance in the 1947 short film Clown of the Jungle, where it consistently interrupts Donald's attempts to photograph birds in a South American jungle. Interesting. I bet you that's the short that I saw. It wasn't a snippet from the Three Caballeros. It was from Clown of the Jungle, which sounds incredibly familiar now that I'm reading that. And the idea of Donald trying to photograph birds in South America, that right there ties to both Saludos Amigos and the Three Caballeros. But wow, okay. So that I've been thinking that it was a snippet from Three Caballeros this whole time, but no, it was Clown of the Jungle. Fascinating. I'm gonna have to see if that's up on the Disney Plus, because that'd be a fun one to do, just for the, like, you know, story arc I've had with the Araquan bird. Brilliant. Fictional music group Alvin and the Chipmunks covered the title song, The Three Caballeros, for their 1995 Disney-themed album, When You Wish Upon a Chipmunk. However, the Disney company neither sponsored nor endorsed the album the song was featured on. Interesting. I wonder what other songs were on there. Oh, it contains 10 tracks. Huh. I'm not going to go deep diving on that. We got the Three Caballeros information out of there. In February 2001, Jose and Panchito appeared in the House of Mouse episode, The Three Caballeros, appearing as reoccurring characters after that. Neato. In 2015, also makes, that's a weird way, in 2015 also makes, I'm going to say, in 2015, they also make an appearance in Mickey Mouse episode Feliz Caballeros. Feliz Complanero. Oh my gosh. Feliz Complanero. Oh my, whoa. Feliz Cumpleaños. Why on earth was I just, I had a moment of just overwhelming stupid. Feliz Cumpleaños as performers at Mickey's birthday. Man, they're always popping up for characters' birthdays. The pair later appeared in the Mickey and the Roadster Racers episode, Mickey's Perfecto Day, in which they are former bandmates of Donald's who perform a concert with Daisy Duck after Donald is unable to take part. You know, I didn't realize how frequently Panchito and Jose popped up, but, like, I'm feeling so satisfied right now because they are just as iconic as I'd say, like maybe Bambi. I don't think Bambi's popped up in more things. They're more popular than the Great Mouse Detective, Basil. So it's just, I mean, well, now I'm going to argue with myself thinking that they're only more popular because they were used more. So never mind. Forget what I'm saying. I'm just glad that they're being used so frequently. In April 2007, the film became the basis for a ride at the Mexican Pavilion at Walt Disney World's Epcot named Grand Fiesta Tour, starring the Three Caballeros. I have not ridden that ride at this moment, at this point in my life, though I am aware of it. I just haven't gotten to explore Epcot yet on any of our Disney trips. I know, it's weird. I did a quick little stint in Epcot where I rode the Frozen ride and did a meet and greet with Elsa and Anna. Like, the family really was geared towards that. But shortly after that, we went back to Hollywood Studios to ride Rise of the Resistance for the first time. So we did not explore Epcot. However, I technically have been there. Anyway, I look forward to riding that ride at some point. Along with many other Disney characters, Panchito, Jose, and Donald appear in the updated It's a Small World ride at Disneyland during the section portraying Mexico. That is super cool. That's something I wish they would add to the Magic Kingdom park at Disney World. I wish they would put those Small World versions of other Disney characters in the ride like they have at Disneyland. I haven't gotten to see that version of Small World, I don't believe, at Disneyland yet. So I'm looking forward to that as well. So much Three Caballeros stuff to look forward to for me. On June 9th, 2018, a new show called Legend of the Three Caballeros was produced by Disney Interactive, focusing on crazy adventures, and was first released on the Disney Life app in the Philippines. It produced 13 episodes. Fascinating. I'm wondering if we can find that on Disney Plus. Legend of the Three Caballeros. Huh. I bet you it is on Disney Plus, if I had to guess. The Three Caballeros make an appearance in the 2017 DuckTales reboot. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, we already knew about that. So, voila. Cool, man. This was one of the, after every time doing one of these retrospectives, I walk away with this like sense of just satisfaction of learning so much more than I ever thought I would. Like so many interesting like tidbits about these movies and characters. Bambi and Pinocchio, I'd say, are two of the most. There's so many not revelations, but just like wild information in there. And yeah, I don't know. I just supporting, like, feeding my Disney nerd is what this has become, and I love it so much. Check out those other episodes though if you haven't already, and of course watch all of our watch along podcasts. Listen to the podcast while watching along to your the corresponding Disney film and the accompanying companion podcasts of these retrospectives. So never mind. I was going to say, I think I'm caught up now, but depending on when you listen to this, I might have the whole catalog done. So forget that I said anything. Forget that I subtly admitted that I fell behind on retrospectives. Whatever. Just ignore that. Ignore that fact. Hey, you know what's a good way to distract yourself? By visiting our Skeleton Crew store. Either by visiting SkeletonCrew, CRUE, brand.com, or going to leallegacy.com and clicking on the Skeleton Crew store. There's several ways to access it there. I'm taking a different course of execution for Skeleton Crew, but depending on when you listen to this, that might be old news as well. So forget it. All you need to know at this point is in my undying quest to be Walt Disney, I've started developing my own characters that I'm featuring on Skeleton Crew apparel. So go check that out. I got a goat chewing on a stick of dynamite named Sparky that is influenced by the goats on the Thunder Mountain Railroad ride at Disneyland, not Magic Kingdom. At Disneyland, there is a iconic goat on that ride that is chewing a stick of dynamite. This is my tribute to him. Other characters are going to be similar tributes to Disney icons or Star Wars or just geeky things that I love personally. I'm going to make little characters in my Crewniverse, Skeleton Crew universe. Crewniverse. Not the first time I said that or the first time I laughed at that. So go scope that out. I made a little bomb guy called Boomer, really excited, stoked about him, and another called Spooky Dude. So that's what you're getting now. Hope you like it. SkeletonCrewBrand.com, leallegacy.com/shop. Speaking of classic cartoons, why not visit our YouTube channel, where there are currently over 200 classic cartoons that I provide commentary to right on the cartoon itself, so there's no need to sync audio to the visual like you do here with our watch along podcast. This is all in one spot. It's like a watch along podcast, but cartoon length, you know what I mean? And all in one place. I love classic animation, you know, like Steamboat Willie era animation, and characters of all kinds, not just Disney. Disney, though, are like top of my mark for my all-time favorite characters, but I like other characters, little known characters like Flip the Frog or Wally Whopper, Bosco, Bimbo, like tons, 200 plus cartoon commentaries right now on our YouTube. Just search Leal Legacy, or you can access all those same cartoons at leallegacy.com under the Legacy TV tab on the website. So, hey, if you don't mind, please subscribe, leave a review, and a comment. It really helps out anywhere you can across your favorite podcast platform of choice. Or you know what? Why not go visit all of them and do the same thing? Do the same thing. Skew the numbers. I don't care. It'll just help other people find the podcast and Leal Legacy as a whole, and hopefully enjoy, you know, along with the rest of us. Man, my mind is slipping. I had a thought and it went away. What was I going to say? Like, comment, subscribe on the YouTube, on the podcasts. Is that everything? Social media at Leal Legacy. You can find everything Leal Legacy related just at Leal Legacy. Posting a lot of photos right now on our Instagram, I guess, and Facebook and Twitter too. Photos from our Disney trip. So lots of photos, lots of videos. There'll also be videos on our family vlog channel, Happy Leal, Leal, Happy Leal, one word, ever after, or the vloggentaries on leallegacy.com and the YouTube. So I think I plugged it all, right? Was that everything? I feel like it's everything. Thanks for listening. Catch you on the next one, right? What a weird and lame sign off. Sorry.